Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dark Ages Mix Tournament Finals between Ceviri and Singletee. I am Akuchi, and joined in commentary by E.Honda.
Hi, everybody.
So this is going to be a first to 3 wins match with Singletee going first. The Dark Ages Mix, for those who don't know, is a set of 75 cards and some landmarks that are themed on Dark Ages stuff. So lots of trashing, benefits for trashing, additional supply cards, and the like. These boards have tended to be tend to lead to a lot of real weird stuff and kind of boards you have to think a lot on. And we're off already into the first board.
So, what do we have here? A page, Menageries for draw, Catapult for trashing, or remake.
It looks like Singletee has a 2-5 start, so he'll probably open with a Vampire, I would imagine. Oh, they both have 2-5 starts.
Oh, well, Vampire sounds nice. Definitely Vampire, I think, right? You could also go
if
upgrade.
You're super concerned about page missing, then upgrade makes it a little less likely. But yeah, I think I'd like Vampire.
Yeah, it can gain an upgrade or a remake, and the bad also trashes then on the next shuffle.
Yeah, remake is also an option, even on the 5, just because you have the terminal space and it's the strongest trasher on the board. And it looks like
Ceviri does go for that option.
So I think Singletee might want to, I think getting remake is now optional for.
Yeah, he could just gain an upgrade, right? And he does.
I would have taken a catapult if I were going to skip. It's a Menagerie.
Yeah, that makes sense on the 3.
So a bit of an odd move on a kingdom with page.
I didn't get all of that. You cut out a bit. So what was an odd move?
Ooh, so Ceviri takes 3 silvers with that treasure hunter.
That's quite a lot. There's also not particularly nice stuff to remake them into. Well, this mantle, but
yeah, I was thinking there's no non-terminal actions at 4.
Yeah. So, they've both got their warriors. Let's see if one of them misses the shuffle, and Ceviri's warrior does miss the shuffle, while Singletee's warrior he gets to exchange and shuffle it back in, which is nice.
Yeah, some good draws for Singletee here, being able to activate his Menagerie and get his warrior close to the. And yeah, the warrior gets trashed for Ceviri.
Oh wow.
Has the second.
He's got another warrior, right?
Okay, so unfortunate for Ceviri, he had 2 warriors and didn't see either of them before his shuffle. Or never mind, he He just got another one, yeah. So he's got another advance up the line. Definitely want immunity to... Well, it's just vampire attacking right now.
Yeah.
It's not actually... Champion seems mostly important to prevent like a warrior stack from eating up your cards.
Yeah, warriors trashing menageries could really hurt.
Yeah.
ceviri does draw through nicely here, so actually that warrior, losing that warrior didn't hurt that much, I think.
Yeah, that was the turn from ceviri, looking pretty good. So just one buy here, but he does have a squire, so he can get multiple buys in the future, but goes right for the province.
Oh, well, might be a little early, but might also be okay, I guess.
Yeah, ceviri is going to have a little bit of difficulty activating his menageries with all those silvers, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was pretty lucky last turn, probably, to activate in that way that he did. Might get a dismantle to dismantle silvers into squires, maybe. So he'll have an easier time activating. Maybe that's an idea.
It's a very nice starting hand. We'll see if singletee follows. Oh no, he's got 3 buys, so no need to follow in the province. So is it singletee who has the 2 squires?
I think so, right?
Yeah, we'll find out soon. It looks like ceviri is going to be able to draw a deck or come close. Yeah. So I thought that ceviri was going to remake a silver to try to keep the turn going, but ended up with some different plays. I guess ceviri just doesn't really want any of the 4s over the silver now.
He's got 1 dismantle, right? And no need for a second one at this.
Some very nice menagerie activations. We'll see if dismantle on silver comes out here.
Would make sense, right? To activate this menagerie also.
Yeah, I think gaining an extra squire it's not amazing, but it's fine.
Yeah.
He now has 3 golds, though, so that's going to choke his menageries in the future.
Yeah. So he will probably...
But there's no avoiding that.
Double province here, right? Get some Peddlers
Thinking about
that.
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of value in beyond. Well, he can just get all the rest of the Peddlers also this turn.
Yeah.
And he has the squire, so he doesn't have to pile, which is valuable.
Yeah.
So yeah, double province for 4 Peddlers probably puts him in a pretty good spot. In which case, you can trash that silver, it slow you down.
Yeah, having all those buys is pretty nice here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think if he can dismantle another silver next turn, it would be possible for him to empty estates, theoretically.
Yeah. Well, if ceviri scores, then it will probably not be enough points to empty estates, but it might be, right? If he gets something else.
I mean, if he double provinces and gets the Peddlers, he'll be tied. So ceviri would need to province duchy here.
Yeah. So,
alternatively, like, he could not trash the silver and pick up a squire on top and the 4 Peddlers.
Yeah, that's also an option, and might also be nice. More squires, more buys, and they're also nice with menageries, right? Because you can just...
Yeah, in terms of like what singletee can do past the duplicate silver in his deck, he has both upgrade and dismantle as options. But for golds, he can dismantle. He doesn't really want to upgrade it. Yeah, so it looks like it will be 2 provinces, 4 Peddlers, trashing the silver to get the vampire. Oh, the vampire also helps singletee spike. Like, so if he gets to a spot where he can empty estates, he also gets an extra duchy worth of points. So
yeah, right. The vampire, so another gain, duchy gain potentially. But that is
and it looks
pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, partial dud from ceviri.
Yeah, but it will also be like singletee will also not kick off here, right?
So the province.
Province is right off the...
Yeah, brutal.
Right off the draw.
It could actually be worth like dismantling that province. No, well, not now. If he had the... But
yeah, that might have been a nice move, right? Dismantling it into a duchy or something to activate.
So really good starting hand from... and it looks like it'll be good for singletee too. Singletee saw just one of his gold, so he's got one more gold left in there that could interfere with the menageries, but so singletee will have a very good turn.
Yeah.
So we'll see what ceviri can do. Really extend the points lead.
Dismantling peddlers is another option to, well, gain duchies, I guess, but you could also just dismantle a gold then.
Yeah, I mean, I think dismantling peddler makes sense. Not sure why you do that before playing one of the peddlers. Oh, he's only has 1 buy, so he's thinking maybe stop here for some reason. He's trying to think about what those 5.
Yeah, maybe he wants to like buy a province here, and well, if those next 5 cards have a menagerie in there that will activate, that might be a good move.
I think that singletee, if he draws up, can actually beat a province here. Or provinces, a state duchy, I think. Or am I off? Nope. I'm definitely... Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah. Duchy. He can get the duchy from the vampire. So he would just need 18 coins, which I think to get if he draws up.
Yeah. So ceviri does seem it does seem like he wants to draw on.
Yeah, ceviri played his only squire last turn, so there's no squire in those 5 cards, so he's not going to be able to do better than province here.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think I would take a province but taking duchy is a safer play. Probably.
It is safer, right? But well, I don't know if it's like winning to take the duchy for him.
He did find the squire. That's that I would double duchy here. That seems pretty easy.
Yeah.
Although triple duchy is 3 piles.
It is, right? But it's...
I mean, there's nothing safer. Yeah, you pick one or the other. You could go province estate, actually. Province double estate. Nope, that's not how math works.
So if he double duchies, he's got 30, and then if singletee triple duchies, he's at 24, so singletee would need province and estate on top of the triple duchy, which...
Yeah, I think the province estate play was really... So, unfortunately, there's a gold here. So it's a question of whether it makes sense to upgrade the gold into nothing, because this dismantle's already in this discard pile.
Might be worth it, right? But well, what is there left to draw up? There's like 2 provinces, dismantle, gold.
I think he has one more Menagerie in the discard pile. There's definitely a gold in there.
I meant in
golds in the discard pile.
Yeah, there's a gold in his discard. And he goes for the for upgrading the gold.
Wow. He can still activate his Menagerie. So this Peddler play, if he doesn't draw a duplicate, he's going to be able to overdraw with dismantle. But he saw the province, so he's probably not going to be able to draw up the dismantle. But he does have enough to draw those 3 cards.
Oh, he could still do the dismantle province trick. Although here it's probably not worth it.
He's at... So now he'll probably want to dismantle Peddler, most likely, to gain duchy. Vampire gains duchy. But
he needs 2 provinces and 2 duchies, right? Can he do that here?
He has to play the Peddler to be able to get 2 provinces. That's rough. Oh, but what's the last card?
Draws a silver.
Yeah, it's so close because he can't dismantle the gold now. He's 1 coin short, I think.
Yeah, 1 coin short.
Well, this dismantle looks like it's doing.
Maybe the vampire will flip misery. Oh, well, no, he's got champion outright, so that's not possible.
Nope, champion out. Wow, this is crazy.
So, what will he do instead?
Has to go all duchies, I think. So dismantle gold for duchy. Vampire gained it. Well, then there's the 3 pile. Yeah, he's just in a really...
Yeah, bad spot, right?
I think you can't leave 2 duchies, probably. So just gain 2 duchies.
Wow. He has to play for some kind of dud, right?
Yeah, but it's like how much of a dud? So it looks like he's playing for a huge dud.
Yeah. Probably leaving 2 duchies is a bit better than leaving 1 province. Well, no, he's got ceviri's got the dismantle, so he can gain duchies from that. Because ceviri only has squire for buy.
It's from ceviri, but it's not like it's a great draw for singletee either.
Yeah.
These decks are limp.
All those duplicate green cards really hurt the menagerie draw.
Severi's 1 coin away from... And 1 coin away from double duchy. Oh, there it is. From the province. Smart play.
Nice.
Dismantle province for the win. All right, well played by ceviri to take the first game on singletee start, no less. Yeah, I think it was mentioned in chat that on the turn when singletee was just like 1 coin away from the win, if he had played in a slightly mantling, like drawing an extra card, he with one of his peddlers, he would have been able to seal the deal. The next board here we have Hermit.
So yeah, this looks like a pretty crazy board, right?
Yeah, it's got magic lamp, got the goat. Oh my. So that was a little unfortunate. ceviri trashed Overgrown Estate with his goat on turn 2 and drew up his Hermit without being able to play it.
Yeah, that's a sad draw.
Yeah, he didn't really have any other target if he wanted to be able to spend 4, but maybe he should just trash the copper there.
Well, also to not have the goat miss the shuffle, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of those crazy Dark Ages mix boards. I have no idea what's best to do. I feel like it's definitely going to involve Hermits and Market Squares, but I think you play with a lot of the rest of the kingdom. Cursed Village, in particular, is a really nice way to kind of kick off and that can replace your first madman, which is nice.
Yeah.
And it's just a good card in general.
Yeah. Also, you want to get your lamp activation, right?
Yeah, so there's a choice, like, so you can, like, play a Hermit to get a madman, like buying Expedition, try to, like, pop the lamp early that way once you have enough uniques, so...
Oh yeah, right. That sounds like a good plan, like a timely expedition.
Of it. And you can hold on to the Necropolis for a little while, like if that's your plan, for an extra unique, but you might not even need it. Ceviri undoes to play the Necropolis to potentially get a Peddler. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, another unique for the lamp activation.
But that's going to be a buy, so he wouldn't get a Madman if he did that. It still might be... Yeah, and he can't buy Expedition anyway, so that's going to have to wait a little bit, but Ceviri definitely has the uniques at this point.
Yeah.
Secret Cave, Pixie. So I think I might buy Expedition as Ceviri.
Yeah, here it seems like a good spot. Pretty good spot. Then he has like pretty good chances of activating Lamp, I think.
So Singletee tracks what his card was, chooses not to trash the Overgrown Estate just yet. So can Singletee... Okay, so it looks like Ceviri goes with a Cursed Village instead of the Expedition approach. Singletee chooses not to play the Madman yet. He might not have the uniques to get... That's a little surprising.
Doesn't have enough uniques, I think, right? Or did he? No.
Yeah, so this is a clear lamp activation for Ceviri in hand.
Singletee should also be able to activate on this turn, right? He's got the uniques now.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, not anymore now, right?
With playing two Hermits.
Well, but he gained a Squire for another unique, so...
It all worked out. This is a good... Probably want to get Cursed Village. It has a powerful turn from Sing.
Yeah.
And he's still got that Madman in deck. And that is the only Madman.
Yeah, so...
Goes with a Market Square and Pixie instead of Peddler Cursed Village.
So probably he wants to gain some golds on this next turn to replace them into stuff, maybe.
So let's see how Ceviri plays this turn. Pixie and trashes it so that, that's not going to be an extra unique.
Well, he's got another Pixie.
And
right?
he can empty his hand some for Cursed Village.
So he should be able to activate here too, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why this Cursed Village isn't being played.
Yeah, gets to activate too. But I guess singletee is ahead, right? Because he gets to turn his wishes in first.
So goes with the replace and 3 Peddlers. Yeah, I'm not sure if that Madman for singletee is even going to be necessary. Well, he goes ahead and plays. Become increasingly not important.
So let's see what he wishes for.
Chad is mentioning that there's some gains squire with, and then trash it to get replaced options available.
He's got like so many options available from this hand, right?
Okay. The Sky's Gift. Which one is it? That's the gold discard thing. But instead, he just trashes the pick. And oh no, he did discard 3 golds there, and he has the 3 wishes, so he can. Oh, he did it twice even. So 4 golds in the deck there. Yeah, that Madman definitely doing work.
Wow.
So War trashed Hermit, which is a little unfortunate. But he's still got another Hermit, it looks.
So this wish is gonna be...
Yeah, this is just a pretty crazy board. This is turn 7. Singletee's miserable, not a big deal. And has 1 gold top decked, I think.
Yeah, should be a gold in there. On top. So, how do you continue here?
Well, I think replace is definitely good for turning those golds into provinces and cursing the opponent.
Yeah.
And also just activating your market square mid-turn. So he needs to worry a little. It's hard to know how much is safe to take piles-wise. So he goes ahead and takes a Cursed Village, and that's a very friendly curse because it removed the top deck gold and had no negative effect. I don't think he needs another Cursed Village. He's already got, that's his 3rd or 4th? That's his 4th Cursed Village. So replace, and then I'd probably go with Market Square and Peddler.
Needs to also watch for piles now, I guess.
It's just so hard to know.
Yeah.
Mining Village, that's another card, can activate Market Squares, but he's Market Squares, which is a little meager.
So let's see what ceviri can do here.
Yeah, ceviri has only 1 Cursed Village. Probably can't safely discard. I mean, I guess you could just keep 1 wish in the Cursed Village.
Yeah, he can wish for more Cursed Villages.
I don't know that there's really an upside to that. Oh my goodness, he discarded 2 wishes.
Oh wow.
That's pretty greedy, I think.
Why would you want to keep the Hermit here over a wish?
Yeah, he was thinking he would have the action to play it, but he has to replace. so I'm not sure. Definitely want to copper into squire, I think.
So
yeah, he can't activate that market square. He's got to find those wishes to keep the turn going.
Does not seem like he can pile here with that line, right? So, but if he can't do it, I think singletee can do it on his turn.
Yeah, singletee does have the miserable, so it's possible that ceviri just like takes a single province or something and makes it a lot harder for singletee to pile out with a win, but maybe not.
So here...
So we've got a replaced king instead of squire, which is a little surprising to me.
Could trash this for the boon to find the wishes and also activate the market square.
Yeah, that was a pretty useful. Okay, plague, not a big deal. Not a great hand.
Could wish for another replace, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he's only has the 2 cursed villages, though, so... he's going to draw. Does he leave a wish on top? That's pretty good.
He does, right? One in hand, and there's one that's missing from the wish pile also, so it has to be a wish.
So that gives peace of mind. I think I'd feel more wishing for replacing.
Then maybe replace gold to province to score a bit, but I guess singletee can pile. I'm not sure. But the chat seems to be
singletee has, I think, only 1 hermit. Yeah, singletee has 1 hermit and 1 replace and 1 squire. So he can like replace the squire into a market square and gain a replace. That seems like a nice play.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's if singletee draws another, curse.
Yeah. I think I do want to score some as ceviri here, right? Because not scoring feels scary.
Yeah, but I don't think you need to replace. If I took a replace here, which I like, you could into and then just buy up. Like, you want a squire, that's not a pile you need to dance around at the moment, so.
Yeah.
But he's going for the province to give a curve. I don't think.
Oh, he can gain golds back next turn, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the 4 market squares. It should work if the draws cooperate. He played both his secret caves though, so he doesn't have like the ability to kind of get that extra draw. Double expedition and a Madman is the approach for ceviri. That seems pretty good.
That seems nice, yeah.
So, good draw for singletee. Oh, no, I see. Singletee used the squire for actions so he could get more draw and replace gold to province. So he's trying to get like the point situation settled before he worries about piles. My problem with that, he doesn't have a way to gain another replace now.
He doesn't know, right? He could Hermit for Hermits and then gain market squares with those, but drawing everything will be hard. I think.
Goes with the Pixie.
Yeah, all those yellow cards stopping his draw.
Yeah, he doesn't have any. Like, he just had the one secret cave, and it was in. But still pretty good turn. He's going to take the points lead. So ceviri kind of banked everything on this turn, what with the gaining Madman and doing a double X. So singletee needs to just put as many points as possible.
Yeah.
Which looks like a double province, trivially. So that's good.
Maybe ceviri can get 4 if singletee doubles with the starting hand that he has now.
He's got 0 golds in deck, so that would be surprising. But maybe possible.
He's got 2 replaces, right? So
he has 4 market squares. He has 2 cursed villages and 1 wish. His Madman doesn't draw up fully, but it does pretty good stuff. Oh yeah, and ceviri has 0 hermits, as Sammy points out, but he has 2 replaces.
Yeah, and could even wish for a third one.
I think he needs that wish on a cursed village.
Yeah, probably to draw, right?
But yeah, it might be possible for ceviri to get 4 provinces. And if so, singletee, could have something else. But yeah, so it looks like singletee goes with double province and expedition. Ceviri can actually mill a province too if that opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, I think he can do it, right?
I think so.
Mill a province, gain 3. Seems, well, I don't know if it seems easy, but
he can mill 2 provinces.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he can also replace his Peddlers, so should be pretty easy for him to empty provinces here, right?
Somehow empty his hand, so his cursed village can draw. I'm not sure what these market squares are doing. What's he looking for?
So he's got it in hand, apparently. Replace 2 peddlers, or like province peddler into 2 provinces. Discard market squares for golds, and then draw up with cursed villages. Well, even wish for.
Well, does the draw work? That's the question. He's got a goat and 2 coppers, and another cursed village. See, that's why I don't like the drawing up there, because he had another cursed village in there. Like, he should have. I don't know why he played those 2 market squares.
Oh, Chad mentions he doesn't need to draw because he can just wish for a third replace, right? And he's got
for the third replace. He has an Acropolis for actions. Well, he has the cursed village for action. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's got it in hand. Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the wish for replace line. That makes all kinds of sense. Yep, just play 2 peddlers. Play an Acropolis or whatever, and then replace province 2 peddlers,
Yeah.
and buy the final province. See if ceviri sees that. I was fixated on being able to draw with Cursed Village, so hopefully ceviri isn't likewise.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably also lines that work with discarding market squares and then replacing golds. They're just more complicated.
Well, at this point, I don't know. He went... Oh, boy.
A Hermit. So maybe he goes for some kind of fancy pilout. But this is not the easiest. Well, let's see what his plan is here with the Hermit.
Yeah, see what the Hermit gains.
Or maybe he wants to get enough money to buy 2 provinces or something.
I mean, that's what he has to do now.
Yeah. So Mille province, replace a gold into a province, draw up, and should still be possible for him to buy 2 provinces.
He gained 2 golds, so he's got 1 more in there, along with a market square and another market square. So if he plays 1 more peddler, he needs 1 more coin still on top of that, I think. So he needs to find a way to get draw out of this Cursed Village, I guess.
Yeah.
It's pretty awkward.
Replacing stuff does decrease his hand size, but does it decrease enough so he draws?
So he needs to play Cursed Village, then he replaces both the province into province and the peddler into province. I mean, he can play 1 of the peddlers. He needs to react with the market square to get a gold. He doesn't want to react with 2 market squares, just the 1. And then he can play Cursed Village and draw 2 cards. And he's got 2 market squares in there. It'll be close, but I think he can do it.
Maybe there will also be like a province in his discard then, so if he needs to draw more than those 3 cards here, it will be hard to guarantee it.
But he'll have market where... Yeah. No, he'll have 2 provinces in there, and he will need to see there. Yeah, pretty unfortunate that ceviri didn't see that wish for replace line.
Yeah. So maybe he tries something completely different. If he sees that he can't empty 4 provinces now.
2 market squares, 3 peddlers left in supply. And then he needs to get some points. He does have 2 market squares in there, so he can get up to 5, or he can get up to 6 buys just by playing the market squares.
Could also replace 4 market squares and get even more buys that way.
Well, I don't think he doesn't even need to do that. Yeah, I think he can just... So he can play a peddler, and then just 1 peddler, and draw up, and play all the market squares, and then he can replace Peddler into Province, Cursed Village into Duchy, and then he can just buy 2 Market Squares, 3 Peddlers, and an additional green card. Yeah, I think he's got the win.
Oh, but that's
that's a 2-pile.
A classic 2-pile.
2-pile. Yeah, 2-pile is much easier than 3-pile.
Yeah.
So he needs to Hermit, Market Square, Peddler, presumably. Yeah, that's tougher.
Well, maybe emptying Pixies as a third pile is nice. It's 1 more gain, but they are 10 points if you empty them.
Oh, I see. Yeah, how does he get the... he can replace a goat into a Market Square, and I think he would be able to draw all that up. He could actually play a Cursed Village, replace a goat into a Market Square, replace a Cursed Village into a Market Square, and I think he'd be able to draw all of that. And once he did that, he would only need 8 buys. Yeah, I think he can do it that way. Because he has 6 buys with the Market Squares he currently has. If he gets 2 more, he'd have 8 buys, which would be enough for 5 Pixies and 3 Peddlers.
Well, he does need 1 more point then, right? Because 5 Pixies only tie the score, but he's first player, so he would lose. Well.
Yeah.
So, tough spot for him. Because, maybe now singletee can quad province on his turn, but he doesn't have a madman, so, and also only 1 replace, so quad province.
I just think ceviri. Yeah.
Quad province.
Severi's still looking for a win.
Yeah.
But it's just, singletee doesn't need to quad province to win, really.
Yeah. He can just try to empty stuff. Because he has a points lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there's a winning line that is still active. Just draw and replace province twice. So you mean mill province twice, and then you have 16 money to buy the last 2?
Oh yeah, that does look like that works. Yeah, that actually works.
Yeah, so he's still got this winning line. Maybe he can find it. So many paths to victory here.
Yeah, we have the benefit of the hive mind here. Everybody looking for different kinds of pile outs is tough when you're the one to be able to jump around to different lines.
Yeah, sure. It's a lot harder when you sit there and actually have to play it out.
Much harder.
So, just draw on. Well, if he plays those 2 peddlers, maybe it will be easier to see, right? That he can do this milling line.
Looks like series found.
Yeah. Did find it. Yeah, that's exactly 16.
Well, let's end game. To empty Easy, Goat, and Magic Lamp combined, along with other crazy cards. So it's now 1-1, and Singletee will get to start the next game.
Wait a minute, it's 1-1? I noted, well then I probably...
No, it's 2-0.
It's 2-0 for Ceviri,
Ceviri
right?
won both games. My bad. 2-0 Singletee start, but Ceviri could win it all here.
Yeah, Ceviri is on a 3-0 streak in this tournament since 2 games, so maybe he continues that.
So, this kingdom's awkward in terms of plus actions. It's just diplomat.
Yeah, pretty awkward.
And you can't non-terminally activate diplomat without your opponent's help. Except for Rune Village.
Yeah.
But you want to play with Vampire because that's the only way to trash estates, which is the thing you'd like to do. But Vampire activates your opponent's diplomats, but Bat does not. So I wonder, you could just try like a single Vampire thing. And then, of course, you want Counterfeit, and maybe you just play like Werewolf, like Vampire, Counterfeit, Werewolf, money-ish thing.
Well, Werewolf also does activate diplomats, right?
Oh, that's right. If you go for Werewolves, then your opponent can activate the diplomat.
So maybe you just play money and nothing else? That doesn't sound great.
No. I think you have to play with Werewolves, which means diplomat is an option. Which means how much do you build? Because it is still tough to activate a second diplomat.
Yeah.
Like you can play Improve or Pillage. Yeah. This is a tricky one.
Yeah, pretty tricky.
Also, Advanced cannot gain Vampire. So Ceviri reveals his hand, opens Diplomat from the get-go. Singletee, on the other hand, with an improved Devil's Workshop open. So Diplomat Silver versus improved Devil's Workshop. Got some divergent strategy. Singletee has the double 4 option. I don't know if that's any good. Yeah.
So
Singletee.
Ceviri is aiming for the $5, I guess, with that opening.
Yeah, and Ceviri is super likely to hit it. Well, likely to hit it.
Yeah.
So Singletee trades in the improve for a silver, basically, and gains a gold. Meanwhile, Ceviri gets the vampire. Ceviri goes for a second diplomat.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if he can get the diplomat thing working. It seems really hard.
Looks like Singletee thinks for a while, but gets the vampire anyway. Ceviri with 4, kind of awkward. Do you get another diplomat? Do you play with Devil's Work? Do you just get a silver? Looks like Ceviri is going to try to play with Devil's Workshop.
Yeah. Well, imps are also not so great here, right? everything just kind of working awkwardly together.
Yeah, so diluted.
Singletee can just get a counterfeit, right? Counterfeit, so.
It goes for a second vampire.
That's also an option.
I don't think I like second vampire here. I guess if you go second vampire, you're just going for a werewolf kind of thing, because you're going to run out of good stuff to gain. Like, I don't even think you want a second counterfeit. Well, you could try crazy pillage. Second counterfeit and then gain pillages from vampire. Yeah, so they're both going double counterfeit, it looks like. You're going to run out of fuel pretty quickly if you don't get pillage.
Yeah.
Very fortunate draw for ceviri for the bat to be able to trash 2 estates.
Yeah, that's great for him. Even more counterfeits.
Interacting. Pillage is actually a pretty good counter to Diplomat because, yeah, they get to activate. Wait a second. Nope, doesn't work at all. Again.
Diplo is nice against pillage, right?
Yep. So yeah, I guess I don't agree with the double counterfeit necessarily, or the triple counterfeit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. I have no clue. Or like maybe if there's
so ceviri took a werewolf.
Maybe if there's a thing you can do that just disallows your opponent from doing this Diplo counterfeit stuff.
So there is a pretty nice interaction where if you have the plus buy and an extra attack, like werewolf, you can use quest to get a gold, and then gold is going to make your counterfeits better. So I think I can see a double counter. Still definitely confused.
Yeah. I do like the werewolves better than the diplomats, I think. It can do, feels like they can do more for you.
Alright. In for the first province. Turn 11. These decks are not quite cooking. And then singletee is the first one to utilize werewolf or quest. So I think ceviri has been playing with only one vampire, if I'm not mistaken. And singletee has played with 2.
Yeah, and he goes for a second province now.
ceviri running out of treasure. Gets a silver there. Pretty awkward hand for ceviri, especially considering the location of the probably just trash with bat and go on a quest.
Yeah, you could trash, play one vampire for the attack and quest the second one.
So singletee follows with province. See if he goes in for duchies with vampire already. Might be too early.
Yeah. Done.
Goes for quest discarding vampire. Interesting. I like keeping that vampire around so it can gain duchies next shuffle. That's pretty clever.
Yeah, that sounds neat, right? Because it seemed a bit too early for duchy, but next shuffle it could be a good spot to gain one.
Yeah, so ceviri decides to play one of the werewolves. Probably, yeah, pretty fine shuffle to trigger. Seems all good. Not sure if I would have trashed both copper, but it's pretty works either way.
Yeah.
Easy province from singletee, and now has a slight points lead. Set. It's one of the most normal-ish boards. So singletee has an option to. Ooh, yeah, that's a tough choice. Double province estate is pretty good.
Yeah, and that's what he goes for, right? Yeah. So, looking like a pretty good spot for a singletee here.
Yeah, I can get double duchy. That's probably going to just seal the game. Fear hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 point lead is pretty good for him here.
Yeah, discarding counterfeit or silver both really hurts.
Interesting that he discarded the silver over one of the counterfeits there.
I think he may have given up. No, he didn't have the tie. He was close to the tie if he had kept the silver.
Oh, that's a pretty friendly locust, I'd say.
That's a terrible werewolf play. Can get 2 estates here. What else are you going to do?
Yeah, 2 estates. Well, doesn't save you from province, but yeah, what else are his options, right?
You got a fresh shuffle. All in. Trash a diplomat.
So let's see what this werewolf draws for ceviri.
Singletee doesn't go for the second estate. Instead, turns a Devil's Workshop into a vampire. Yeah, these decks are terrible because they trashed all treasures.
Yeah.
I guess not all of them, but they're just not finding it. Because there are still 5 silvers and 5 golds out there somewhere. Well, there they are for ceviri, and of course the situation.
$7 always sad.
And not paired with a counterfeit feels bad. So wins a game. One of the more ugly games in the Dark Ages mix that I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's first to 3 wins. And we've got ceviri up 2-1 over singletee, and it's ceviri.
Oh. They forgot to switch starting player, I guess.
Guess so. Oh, yeah, it's going to be the same board. So, Rats and Priest looks crazy.
Yes, yeah.
But where's the Conclave Catacombs? Not super inspiring in the draw department.
Yeah, Conclave gonna be hard to use as a village here, right?
I mean, you do it, of course, but it's you're not gonna draw big. I don't.
You can Conclave a Catacombs, Conclave a Vagrant.
You can Conclave a Priest trashing rats and Conclave a Forager trashing rats. I think I'd want to play with rats here. Rats Catapult is pretty good opening.
Yeah, right.
So singletee goes for Develop, which is exciting. Develop rats.
That's interesting.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see, like what ceviri had there. Rats gets to trash an estate, and then you trash a copper. Ceviri does go for the Develop. I suppose developing rats is good, but I don't actually know what you get on the 3.
It is, right? It is good. Well, we could get a Forager or something. Changeling, even.
Then you can develop Catacombs and gain 2 4s and a gold, which is also pretty good.
Yeah. So there's some nice tricks you can do on this board, but it's a bit hard to draw.
Okay, and it looks like ceviri is going to play with 2 rats right now, because chose to get a changeling. That seems like a pretty good number to play with.
Yeah. So I wonder when they will add a priest. Could potentially make lots of money from rats and priests.
Yeah, if you see them in the right order. I mean, you need the Conclave first, right?
Yeah. And
so the only plus buy is Forager, right? So it's actually pretty awkward to build.
Yeah, I mean, develop also helps a bit on gains, and developing catacombs also gains you stuff, or trashing catacombs.
Yeah, I just mean I don't know. Will castles come into play? Probably, because they're much easier to gain. Like, you get 2 provinces unless you have a Forager, and that's kind of awkward. Yeah, we'll see. It's a weird. I think ceviri has 3 rats in deck, now 2 rats. Track of what singletee. So do you get to choose the order of whether you gain stuff with?
Which order?
So if you develop a rats,
you do get to choose. No.
Oh, it looks like it's 2 separate draw first, and then you gain the cards onto your deck. So I think they each have 1 Conclave, I hope. If not, then ceviri's pretty weird. Yeah, okay. So ceviri has a Conclave and 2 Catacombs, I think.
Yeah.
So it looks like singletee paired the Conclave with the Catacombs, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I have no idea how this game is going to end.
Maybe it will be a Reds autopile or some strange stuff.
I feel like at some point there will be an incentive for somebody to get the Humble Crumble.
I think they will go for castles at some point, right? This was a nice turn for singletee. Pretty nice turn. Yeah, it's really hard to get some kind of control over your deck here. You need to be really thin.
Yeah, Severi's got 2 catacombs hiding in those 8 cards. Should hopefully be able to play it non-terminally. Could actually... never mind.
Could develop reds here, right? But then he can...
Yeah.
He can play it non-terminally.
Oh, yeah, I guess Conclave developer play Vagrant, yeah. But nope, gonna go ahead and Conclave that Vagrant. Okay, so more foragers were gained while I wasn't looking. I assume ceviri has 1 and singletee has 2, but I'm not sure.
Gets rid of his catapult.
So it looks like the catapulting is over. I mean, the hand size attack is still valuable, so it's a little surprising terminals.
So I guess they want a bit more conclaves in their decks now, right?
I suppose. There are definitely going to be some conclave woes where you just don't find the uniques.
This is a nice opening hand for both of them right here. Singletee seems to be thinner at this point. Developing freeze into Conclave Vagrant also seems pretty nice.
Yeah, and he can go ahead and gain another Catacombs here, which I think is good. And then buy either double Conclave or Conclave Catacombs.
I guess we could... Oh, he adds a priest. Could potentially make some amount of money. Yeah, I think piles also looking lowish now.
Yeah, Catacombs, Conclave, Vagrant look like they could pile.
Yeah, especially with develop and trashing Catacombs stuff.
Also important to look for changeling pileouts. Can come pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, right.
So look, and maybe Singletee doesn't have any more rats. Yeah, there are 5 in the trash. So the only 2 rats are ceviris.
Yeah, like rats autopile could be a thing here, right, with Tomb. Well,
it's just hard without a lot of draw, but
yeah,
theoretically possible. Yeah, it's amazing. The changeling also gives a tomb point, so there are 6 different cards that can give tomb points in this kingdom, I think.
Yeah.
So you have catapult, changeling, develop, forward. Oh, and small castle.
So, yeah, sad hand here for Singletee. But I guess that happens in this kind of deck.
Yeah, he still gets to attack. Attack and lower piles, like it. I don't. That hand for Singletee isn't so. Especially because he has the points lead, like he can lower Conclave Vagrant by 2 and attack. So that seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, I guess it's okay.
Actually, he can get if ceviri doesn't get a Conclave here, he can. Well, in any event, he'll have Yeah, he'll have 3, so he can't get both. So ceviri goes for a province, which kind of rules out the rat's auto. Is a terrible hand for ceviri.
Yeah. So now we are really close to 3-pile territory.
I think singletee could have just bought the vagrant, but a humble castle's fine. I guess he doesn't know.
Yeah, there's not even nothing good to draw with the catacombs, right?
Now this is a sad hand.
Yeah.
All the conclaves and none of the catacombs.
So do you province here as well?
I'd probably prefer crumbling castle, small castle. Okay, but at least there's another conclave here. Chat informs me that costs at 9 and he didn't have.
Yeah, that was too expensive, right?
He needed to play the forger, not the priest, because it just doesn't have the action.
So actually, could he pile here? I feel like there could be some tricks with trashing catacombs. Not enough gains, right?
Just one short, I think.
So, well, I was gonna say singletee seems to be in a nice spot, but then he gets that opening hand. So another province.
Yeah, it's real tough. If only there was Haunted Castle on top, you'd feel a lot better about developing catacombs.
Yeah, right.
But he does it anyway, just see what he gains. He's got to gain 2 4s. Wait, does he not want to top deck the Conclave? Yeah, I think he wants to.
Yeah, he wants to top deck
the Conclave.
Was the wrong game. Gains an estate from the catacombs trash. That's reasonable, I guess.
Ooh. This is real cool because the changeling can gain a forger is worth how much? Worth 2. So, yeah. ceviri would have to draw a treasure that he just doesn't have.
Yeah. Well, he would need. He would only need $4, right? But he doesn't have that.
No. Just buy a duchy, I guess. Or a small castle, but that seems riskier.
Yeah. Yeah, duchy probably better, right?
I think so.
You don't want to get attacked.
I don't think you're going to see that card anyway.
Yeah.
Ooh, he does play that changeling, probably for the tomb point, but do you dare to gain a catacombs?
I don't think so, right? That seems
So what do you get, a
unnecessarily
forager?
risky.
Silver?
Yeah,
I guess.
maybe silver.
You're probably not going to see the card anyway. Regain changeling? Yeah, that seems probably best.
Oh yeah, right. Can gain something and regain changeling. That sounds good. Silver is also fine.
Just gets a...
So also not the best draw for singletee.
I mean, singletee can buy province if he doesn't want to play catapult. Alternatively, he could catapult, give out a curse. Could give out a curse and buy a duchy. Like, okay, chooses not to trash the gold. Oh, he can get the province on top. Yeah, pretty good.
That's good, right? Because trashing is also a tomb point.
Mm-hmm. Can trash that crumbling castle. Ooh, this could be it. Can play rats again. Can trash the catacombs, gain the vagrant. The changeling gains the catacombs. So he just needs to get a points lead.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't have the plus buy yet. You gotta play that rats though.
Yeah.
Looking potentially for a changeling pile? Could that work? The rats turns into changeling. Trashes catacombs, which can gain changeling.
Well, but
yeah, I mean,
what would that do, right? Vagrant is easier.
Oof. Yeah, not this turn.
So another duchy probably. Well, what do you trash with the rats? Changeling or the catacombs?
I mean, changeling is a point. You trash the catacombs and gain a... and then buy a duchy.
Yeah, like you do want to play the changeling because it's a point, right?
Yeah.
So you trash catacombs.
That shit. Yeah, I don't think that was the right. But has a slight points lead. Let's see what singletee can do.
So he probably wanted to get to 8 there for a province, right?
Yeah, just ceviri just doesn't have much treasure in deck.
So this looks like it could be winning for singletee, right?
He's found a 3-cost. Wait, he wants to develop a 4-cost, right? It doesn't really.
Just like forage the priest, develop conclave into catacombs, but that's not enough money to buy catacombs vagrant, right? Well, forager, it is, right? It is. He's got 5 from the Humble Forage Priest, that's 7. And then you develop Conclave into Catacombs, and you can buy Catacombs Vagrant. And you get 2 points from the trashes. So that's a win.
Yeah, I think that works.
Which would tie up the series 2-2. And we get a potentially deciding 5th game. Could possibly also go into overtime. But I think ties are pretty unlikely in this mix.
Any ties in the entire mix?
Well, there was one tie. I had a tie against Glorious in one of my matches.
Okay.
One tie that I'm aware of, anyway. But I think they are pretty rare on those boards.
Oh. Whoa, what's going on here? Didn't he need to play the Forager?
Maybe
he had an action.
Line.
Okay. My bad. Alright, finds it on Changeling. And yeah, so that's a 1-point victory. Very Dark Ages.
Yeah, that was a pretty Dark Age mixy board with the tomb and all the trashing. Nobody knows what's going on. Well, that was the third board, actually.
Oh, and now we have a tournament Silk Merchant hunting party game, so strong advantage to singletee, I'd say.
Yeah, as first player.
But ceviri has the 4-3, which I think is better than the 3-4. At least gives you the option to take Silk Merchant tournament.
Yeah.
But probably Silk Merchant raises anyway. Freaky in chat says that Silk Merchant Armory is what he would like to do.
Sounds good as well. Yeah.
I don't like top-decking Cemetery, but certainly Armory can gain Silk Merchant, and it's always going to be non-terminal when you do that, and it can gain tournament when you need it. So we'll see what ceviri does. Singletee does the expected, raise Silk Merchant, and ceviri.
Yeah, so we get those 2 openings.
Oh, terrible luck for Singletee, though, for his raise to not hit any of his shelters.
Yeah. And who gained the develop already?
So
Singletee.
We choose to Terry. Oh, that's clever, because when you trash the overgrown estate, you draw the cemetery. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I think there's no problem raising the necropolis. It's not the kind of board where you care about that action over.
Yeah.
Develop. Interesting.
Yeah, seemed a bit like an early develop to me, but maybe it's good.
I mean, developing Silk Merchant's definitely pretty good, but the 3s that you can gain are a little lacking to silver or develop.
Developing 3s is also nice into Silk Merchant and raise.
Yeah, ceviri with the option here to get super thin, maybe too thin. Goes for it, yeah. Is real low on economy, ceviri.
Yeah.
I think I prefer Singletee's plays.
Would be nice for him if he had another villager, ceviri, so he could draw up the armory and gain a 4, but he doesn't.
Developing overgrown estate sure isn't very good. Develop with shelters in general.
Yeah,
So this... I think I would have preferred to just buy a cemetery there, because then you could get a ghost. But could go either way.
But did he have enough money to also trash a lot? I guess he did, right?
What if you played 2 coppers? So he trashing 1 fewer copper, I think.
Yeah.
These builds seem slower than they ought to be, for one reason or another.
Oh, there's also the Haunted Mirror Treasurer interaction, so you can get more than 1 ghost, but I'm not sure that's like that you necessarily need.
I don't think it's important for this game, especially, in fact, a single ghost isn't even huge. But it would have been something Singletee could have done on the previous turn if he had bought the cemetery instead of developing. He could have gotten that, which I think I would have liked.
So, well, Treasurer does seem nice to also spike province.
Yeah. So I guess the Silk Merchant's going to get developed, or the cemetery. Yeah, not enough actions. Otherwise, develop cemetery into and silver or whatever, and then draw it on nice. But have to develop the Silk Merchant. It looks.
Yeah, I like developing it into a treasurer here, I think. Then you could draw the treasurer up with your raise.
Yeah. Definitely want a silver.
Yeah.
It's a question of whether you trash the raise, and that's what he chooses to do, planning to develop that cemetery.
So that.
I think I'd take the key. I mean, I'd definitely take the key here.
Yeah. Oh, he goes for the.
Oh, gain silver, but he doesn't even have a tournament or a means to get it. So that early province is pretty odd.
If he had a villager, I guess it would be better because he could then gain a tournament potentially and play it, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Singletee's build has been. It felt. I think I don't like that early develop. Because right now he has no plus buy because he doesn't have a Silk Merchant. He doesn't have an armory. So he's reliant entirely on develop for extra gain. And he can't really get the gains he wants with his ideal develop, which is the cemetery.
Well, this opening hand does look nice for him though, right? If he draws the tournament.
Yeah, if he draws the tournament, he could draw a treasurer, and what else does he have? He has, I think.
There's like also a copper in there.
Doesn't find the tournament.
And Haunted Mirror.
And ceviri's hand looks very good.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have an actor, like a villager. He can't play both of these. Pretty awkward.
Yeah, he feels really action limited.
I think I'd buy a Silk Merchant here. I feel like I'd have to do that.
Yeah, for the villager, right? You really need it.
He buys a... so ceviri... Wait. Ceviri also doesn't have a villager, so can't play that Silk Merchant before tournament. Yeah. So in both of these cases, I feel like these players just didn't get enough Silk Merchants. Like, it's turn 11 on this crazy fast board, and now finally we have a province activation. And ooh, he can ghost the prize, though. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. So what do you get here? Steed, I guess?
Although you probably want to develop that cemetery. I guess you can ghost a hunting party and you're happy.
Yeah.
In which case, I think I would have gotten followers, maybe. Skip over the silver.
I think Steed is good, right? Seeing as how action limited they felt.
Yeah, I mean, that is a solvable problem, but it's true.
They could also try to gain more ghosts now to solve that action problem. Yeah, those provinces really like
happening.
Coming up in the opening hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say these develops were not ideal.
They seem a bit early, I guess. So ceviri gets the followers here.
I would definitely buy another Silk Merchant. Or gain, sure. Maybe even buy as well.
Yeah.
Like, just want to have those. And you have developed, so you're just always happy to have Silk Merchants. Yeah, I'd pick up another.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the suggestion to get a second ghost here as a singletee. I don't know if he could even gain and play it, I think, right? And then he won't have action problems anymore.
Yeah, that's probably the thing to do. Singletee in a bit of an awkward position this turn where he's got the princess, but he doesn't have any Silk Merchants for additional plus buy. But he can solve that problem.
Yeah, so I think Singletee is looking pretty good here. Which would mean he got the reverse sweep down 0-2, one game from
elimination. It's over. Doesn't ceviri have more hunting parties?
He does.
Like, doesn't ceviri has 5 of them?
He has 5, yeah.
And he's got the Silk Merchants. I'm not going to count ceviri out.
Well, I'm not. I don't want to count him out yet, also, but I think it's looking.
Whoa! Deed for silvers.
Oh, that was
The
unexpected.
madman.
Maybe he thought there were like changelings on the board, but there aren't. Yeah, that was kind of unexpected. Maybe he plans on developing them into silk merchants, but
Well, as ceviri, I would definitely play followers before playing tournament.
yeah,
Come on, ceviri. Getting blocked.
keeps the province. Which is fine, I guess.
So definitely develop Silk Merchant here. Like, I would deny all the draw from singletee after that greedy silver take, I think.
Yeah.
This could be Treasurer, or it could even be another Silk Merchant. I think he just might not have the terminal space for a Treasurer. Goes for a Province.
Yeah, ceviri.
I think I'd rather keep the coffers.
He still doesn't have a ghost also, which would be nice to have, I guess, but maybe he can do it without a ghost.
So trashes that develop to find a hunting party. I assume. That's a little bit unfortunate because develop is like hard to seed his ghost with, but
Yeah, and also get rid of those silvers.
I mean, the silvers are fine. He just needs to draw to support him.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure, developing a silver into a silk merchant in a raise, pretty nice. Yeah, merchant is pretty nice. I mean, the silver is going to be used to buy provinces. Commenting to the chat, that seems pretty clear. Like singletees get 2 provinces here and win.
Yeah.
Next turn. I don't know what that ghost will hit. It's definitely not going to hit a hunting party.
Yeah, he's got none in there, right?
He literally does not have a silk merchant. It might hit abs.
Yeah, maybe there's no actions left, right?
So maybe you can't get double province here.
Yeah.
Province silk merchant.
Province silk merchant sounds nice. You want to ghost something, and then you can probably get triple on the next turn.
You certainly make it real tough for ceviri. Yeah, good starting hand for singletee. Well, I mean, good to find a hunting party.
Yeah. So, what can ceviri do here? It's tough. Pretty tough, I guess. He's also really lacking for actions because he doesn't have a ghost, he doesn't have steed. So
yeah, I mean, he can armory for silk merchant. That doesn't really get much, but then he can develop for silk. Well, that also is, yeah, he can do a lot of stuff that's action neutral.
Yeah. Crashes into a duchy probably, right? Or develops into a duchy. And can put silk merchant on top, I guess.
I think you want to do that, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like he would really like a ghost in his deck. maybe there was like an opportunity for him to get one at some
Goes
point.
for the province. Figures he's lost if singletee can double province.
Yeah, which is right, I guess.
And that's a double province. Yeah, so interesting board. They definitely played it a little bit differently. And singletee came out ahead. Ended up, got ahead. The reverse. Congratulations to singletee for winning the Dark Ages Mix tournament. And well played by ceviri.
Yeah, congratulations to singletee. Well played by both players. Those boards are always really tough to play.
Yeah, and excited to see the Seaside Mix, which will be the next in this mixed version of tournaments. Oh, I forgot to mention the 75 cards were selected by Donald X. Baccarino, designer of Dominion. Dark Ages was probably the craziest so far.
It definitely was, I think, yeah.
So, yeah, looking forward to Seaside. Thanks for commentating with me, E.Honda.
Yeah, thanks for commentating. And also thanks to Tracer for organizing and hosting this tournament.
Yeah.
Alright, so see you for the Seaside Mix, I guess.